Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, the CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Glad to be here, Jim.
What kind of an update do you have from American Manganese for us today?
Well, the first thing I'd like to talk about, and I've got 2 or 3 topics here, or 3 or 4, I should say. First thing I'd like to talk about is this little placement that we announced, and I've had a couple of questions from shareholders at why I'm doing it at this point. And the answer is quite simple. When a shareholder comes to me and wants to put money in the company, and if it's significant enough, then I will do a placement to accommodate him for 2 reasons. One, it helps out the treasury and the company, and it helps out the shareholder. Now, I have learned from experience that you can't, in this business, and you shouldn't, turn down money when it's offered to you. And the example of that goes into my second topic, which was the Black Monday yesterday, which was October the 19th, 30th anniversary. I don't know how many people remember that, but it was a terrible crash in the market. And the Black Monday started out, of course, right away on the Dow Jones, which crashed. And just prior to going into that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the fact that I'd just gotten back about 5 weeks earlier from a trip to London, in which I had been going around talking to various funds about raising some money, or raising awareness was more what I was doing. And one of the companies we talked to was the Royal Bank. And when I got back, they had sent me an offer for $27 million at $9 a share, 3 million shares. And I looked at it, and I knew in the treasury I had about 15 million, which is more than enough to meet my end of going into production on the Samatosum deposit with Minova. And so I didn't want to see the dilution, and I didn't take the money. And then I come into the office on that Monday, the 19th, and the market starts to crash. I mean, there's all of a sudden, it was like my whole screen went, or not the screen, the sound on the screen when you used to hear the ticker going, went quiet. Everything was going no bid, and the Dow crashed down. And it was a stunning day, and I'll never forget it. And but the remarkable thing was that most of the mining stocks were not affected, especially the precious metal stocks. And I had 3 companies out there trading, and they were predominantly in precious metals. The next morning I came in, and they were getting clobbered. I think actually a low trade on Barrick was $1.45. And then I look at my 3 stocks, and bang, they're going right through the floor. And what started out the day is about a $13 to $15 million in value in my portfolio shrunk to about between $2 and $3 million at the end of the day. I was down up over $10 million just like that. Now, when I look at it and I say, oh, I mean, how could you forget a day like that, right? What it did is it taught me a lesson, because my biggest regret was in not taking the $27 million when it was available, because that would have helped me to build out the company and to add projects to it besides the mining project we had going into production. So I have tried to keep to a formula where if it's got to be at least significant, and I feel $200,000 is significant, then I'm going to take that money. And it just makes good sense to do that. And I learned the hard way. So that's why we take the money. So Black Monday has come and gone. I know there was a lot of perception in the market yesterday and a lot of uneasiness, and but that day's passed. And then the Tuesday's passed too, which is our Friday now. So that's one of the topics I wanted to talk about, Jim. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I'm getting questions about, well, now that the permits are going to be filed, shouldn't you be able to release the names of the companies who have NDAs with? Well, the short answer to that is an NDA is still in effect, and no, I can't. And but that said and done, I'd like to point out, why companies are not tripping over themselves to do a deal with me at this moment. If you look at just recently, Volkswagen went out, announced ahead of time, which I guess they wish they hadn't have, that they were going to get a 5-year supply of cobalt, which was significant. I think it was 20,000 plus tons. And they were going to get it at a discount to the cobalt price. Well, that shows you that they were not in touch with the market. Cobalt was in short supply. Nobody was going to give it to you at a discount. Maybe if they'd offered a premium, they may be able to sign up some contracts. But the way they went about it, no. They got none. Because any company that was going to sell their cobalt at a discount in a rising market would be foolish. So, what's that say about the rest of the industry? Kind of tells you the headspace of where the EV manufacturers and the battery manufacturers are. They've been used to picking up the phone, phoning up a cathode supplier, ordering the tons of cobalt, lithium, manganese, nickel, aluminum, whatever they needed to make for their battery chemistry, right off the shelf. Well, certainly for cobalt and soon with lithium, they won't be on the shelf. So, you've got to start thinking about things in the today, not as it's going to continue. It's not going to continue that way. But as long as the mindset's that way, everybody thinks, oh, they got lots of time. They got lots of time. But they don't. And it's going to take some catastrophic event, like a shortage of cobalt shutting down a battery manufacturer's formulation for some of the EV manufacturers not being able to deliver, to bring that to their full attention. But I'd hope that they learn from Volkswagen's experience that now is the time to get out there and start beating the drums. And when I say that, now is the time to be phoning me up, hoping to make a deal. And we're here. Certainly the scrap market out there, which I've talked about before, which is 10% of all the LIB battery manufacturing, which is scrapped in foils, is available to turn back 10% of the cathode materials each year. That's significant. That's a big producer. And, certainly somebody should be trying to tie me up on that. So I expect that things will start to get hotter for the company as we move forward. And, we'll be there. We'll be there to talk to them. And we'll be able to pick and choose our deal, which is what I hope. I've had that opportunity once in my lifetime before, and I hope to have it again. That is really what's going to take. It's going to take to get this market going in the direction we need to start basically getting a partner.
Larry, where is American Manganese traded?
It's traded on the Venture Exchange, TSX Venture Exchange, under the symbol AMY. It's traded in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF, and it's traded in Frankfurt under the symbol 2AM. You can check out all of our stuff on all of our reporting on the research and everything at our website, which is AmericanManganeseInc.com. You can send me an email at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com, or you can just pick up the phone and phone me at 778 574-4444.
Larry, thanks for the update.
You're welcome.
I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on October 20th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.